after you've built your bot, how are you going to make it better, and how are you going to secure it? How are you going to make sure that it fulfills your compliancy? So we'll start with analytics, insights, and monitoring. So basically, this is about understanding how your users are, the end users are using the bot, and how to make it better. So your home, where you're going to spend a lot of time here is, and by a lot, I mean this could even just be, you know, you dedicate a couple hours every 2 weeks, every month or something. But you're going to be your home when you want to understand how your bot's doing, and that's the analytics included out of the box without any setup by you. You know, you just create the bot, you set up the topics, you publish it. You're going to start getting this data that I'm talking about. So things that we're looking at here, which is like total number of sessions, engagement sessions, the engagement rate, how engaged are the users, what's the resolution that they provide, how often did topics have to get escalated to an agent or something like that, what's the abandonment rate where someone just ended mid-conversation, what's the satisfaction of the rate of the actual interactions. There's also even the transcripts, which is, I put a star on there for a couple of reasons. One is you have to turn it on. Two is that's where you get closer to the compliancy concerns, where you are storing this data. But what's really nice about transcripts, in my demo I do have it turned on, is that you can then see how someone is interacting with your bot so that you can help make it better, right? So there's a lot of really cool stuff here that you can do with this, and there's a huge chart we'll see that provides all this in a dashboard so that you can really dig into the analytics. Now, taking that analytics, which you're going to see, I'm going to click on an analytics page and it's going to show up. So it's pretty simple. What I want to then think about is, you know, how are you going to take these metrics and actually turn it into insights? And I call this kind of the value slide of it, which is how do you actually take this data and turn it into some purpose-driven information that you have. So you have like bot performance and usage to understand, are you actually building something that people are using? So not even that they want, but are they even using it? So you can just get an overview of all the analytics of all your different bots. By the way, every bot has its own analytics package here. But you can just understand, is it being used? Again, what's the abandonment rate, or what topics are being driven, or what is the bot able to address people's needs just by understanding how the responses, how the topics, or how the prompts are being sent in, and what kind of responses are given back, what topics are triggered the most, what's the status on those, or the satisfaction on those different topics, so you can understand, am I actually building something that is being used? Okay, then though you can look at customer satisfaction. So drill in to individual topics and see if those topics are actually being are set up right to be resolving people's problems. Is a topic being triggered? Is a response, if you might think of a topic, is a response being triggered by a particular prompt that does or doesn't make sense, and obviously then that probably means the person's either not satisfied, or they're starting another chat because they didn't get what they wanted. So maybe there's a gap in the training where you need to be able to help the bot understand a different type of prompt that could occur, so that you can then provide the proper answer, the proper resolution, or the proper decision tree path, the conversational path, to help the users get what they want. Again, I'm always thinking here, going back to this no code idea. So it's easy, and it really is pretty easy to create this complex conversation flow based on these topics that are triggered based on these prompts to be able to do it. The metrics are what's going to tell you this. That's going to tell you if this is working. It's going to tell you where you should be focusing your time. Help people prioritize the things that are being asked that are not that are being asked the most, that are not being actually driving some sort of result for you. You can dig into the session data itself. I just told you about the transcripts and whatnot, and so that can really help you understand the conversations that are occurring and turn them back into better responses, which then you loop back around. You can go back to the performance and customer satisfaction to understand, are the changes we're making improving usage, satisfaction, things like that. And then finally, within the metrics is about billing too. A lot of what you get out of PVAs within teams, where you're just using topics that are not connected to external sources or anything, is effectively included in your license. But if you want this public facing, if you want it using connectors, etc., it starts costing you more and more money. And there is billing analytics provided for you to help you understand what's charging you money and why, and also then think through is, okay, well, if that's not where you want to be investing those funds, how could you work with your bot to save costs or whatnot? So Microsoft does give you those insights to help understand what's this costing me and what kind of decisions do you want to make based on that.